I know that ain't who I think it is, and we're back with another video. Your neighborhood friendly streamer, your friendly neighborhood streamer. Just back with your mentally healthiest, advocate streamer. Yes, another video. Today's video, what's it supposed to be called again? Mental health is important. Damn. Sorry. Okay, mental health is important. I'm making this video because I feel like that's the topic of the videos. I don't know how often I'm gonna do them, but hey, twin, what did you eat today, by the way? Jebediah, schizophrenia, Nigga Titan, our 34 by Mr. Nigga Beast. How are you? I'm doing good today. How do you? What you ate today? How you feeling? What clothes you got on? Okay, sorry, that don't matter. But today we're gonna talk about a little bit about, slow down, mental health. Let's get into it. Okay, I feel like for a lot of the problems that we have, it'd be a lot of like, you just need to rewire your brain, twin. Duh, just rewire your brain. It's easy, stupid. Duh, just rewire your brain, twin. Duh, just do that. It's simple. But like, everything is perspective. Everything, the way that you shape your reality is based off your perspective. And your perspective is obviously based off your experience, the knowledge you've acquired over time, your beliefs, your morals, and things like that. But I feel like a lot of the issues that you have is because of like assumptions based in your brain. So you need to go back and do the like rewiring work to like choose what you would like, choose again what you learn, what you believe in, like do all that over. Because I know we go to school, they throw a bunch of information at you and then get you out the door. But it's like, after you get through that, because that's like a bunch of stuff that's just thrown in your brain and it's still in your subconscious right now. So it's like they built your critical thinking system. So they built how you think. So if you don't do nothing after that, if you don't go to college or whatever, choose for yourself after that, you don't have an extensive critical thinking process. You don't have your own individual critical thinking process, which really matters. So it's like, I feel like even oftentimes like perspective is so important because two things can be true at once, and that happens so much. Just like if you tell me this is a 6 and I tell you it's a 9, we can both be right, because you can be standing on that side, and if I'm standing on this side, if we're both looking at it like this, you're right, because you see a 6 and I would see a 9, and perspective just makes it. Perspective is the determining factor. Whose perspective are we talking about, or whatever the case may be. So perspective is very important because two things can be right at once, and I feel like people aren't very open-minded to what the universe has to offer to you, what other people can be telling you, what they can be teaching you, your information, or whatever triggers you to open your mind can be an external factor. It can be something from somebody else who you think you're smarter than, who you think doesn't know nothing, who you think they can be the trigger, what breaks down your mind and opens you up to more. But I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the assumptions that you make in your brain because your critical thinking process has been given to you is like why you'll have anxiety, or why you'll be doubting yourself, or why the voice, the narrator in your brain is mean to you. That's why you feel like the narrator is mean, and you think that's you. You're not the narrator. I've been trying to, but you're not the narrator. Do you listen to me? You're not the narrator. God damn. Just take care of your mental, like build a mental space for yourself. You need to build that. Just like everything in here is like, you need to create just how this room is. You need to create that in your mind. You need to create a safe space to go to, whether like, I know anime makes it easy for a lot of people to like view that for themselves. But if you ain't watching some type of anime that's not your thing, you never really seen a display of somebody creating this mental safe place for themselves to go to and using it, like actually using it, like mentally taking themselves there and going. Like if you don't meditate and you don't do a lot of these things, you're not really like creating this, this space for your brain, because it's just like working out. If you meditate and you're trying to clear your mind, or you're trying to learn your brain or figure it out, or watch the thoughts that come and pass through, that's like working out. The more that you try and practice that and learn that, it would just be the same as going to the gym. People, it's just the same way people are scared to go to the gym. People are scared to go into their mind. They're scared to sit down, be still, and learn and see what's coming to their mind and why, and what that looks like day to day. Even if it's just 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it don't take long. Like you don't have to be in there for 2 hours trying to sit in your mind like, what's going on in here? Just tell me something. No, it's not that, twin. I'm just saying, like, but like even the assumptions of like how when you want to work on your craft, you might be one of those people who work on your craft every couple of days. You don't work on it every day because you feel like you don't have time for it. You don't got time for yourself. But it would be so much easier, like, and then when you feel like you're not making progress, because let's say that every 3 days that you do, like you work on your craft once every 3 days, and the 3 days that you do work on it, you're trying to get 50% progress, or you're trying to get an overnight miracle. once every 3 days, instead of if you're trying to just gain 1% every single day. If you were to just be aiming for 1% progress every single day over 10 days, that's 10%. Over like, and it's like you don't have to like, it's not like exponential. You don't have to compound on yesterday's 1%. No, just on today 1% again for today, like 1%. You can get 1%. You don't have to be shooting for the moon every fucking time that you, but if you gradually take these steps and know how to implement the systems, because like even for my brain used to attach to the goal, the end process, or the top of the mountain. No, every step that it takes to get there is literally what compounds and what matters. You need to focus on what's making every step go forward, instead of trying to find the happiness once you get to just this point. You're gonna skip everything. You can't skip. Ain't no skipping. I don't know if life showed you that, but it showed me that. But also, I want you to get into this. I want you to like, let's practice doing something together. Let's think about brain food. Okay, 3 times a day you need to be feeding your brain something, because the eyes are the window to the soul. I don't know if you knew. So stop entertaining all that negative stuff. Stop following all these negative pages on social media that just feed you a bunch of bullshit, because your subconscious is retaining the information, whether you like it or not, or whether you feel like you know it or remember it. It's still back there, and that's why you might feel like you just wake up feeling whatever type of way. But anyway, let's just like stop entertaining the negative. Don't repeat it. Don't you should as if you can see it less, do that. Set that up for yourself. But I'm just saying, let's do something together. Brain food. Let's the 3 times a day, just how you feed your body 3 times a day. Let's feed your brain something 3 times a day. Whether it be reading for 5 minutes, and then for lunch you do a mental game that's fun, or stimulating game, and then at night you do something like another stimuli. Just feed your brain 3 times a day, because that's similar to working your brain out too. Mental health is important. I'm telling you, if you take care of your mind and you take care of your brain, it will take care of you. But y'all let the narrator tell you that you don't like yourself, and you don't, because that you think that's you, and you're attaching yourself to the narrator the whole time you're observing this person speaking. I'm telling you. But like, another thing that I feel like we forget is everyone is projecting their experience of reality onto you. So nobody's perfect. Nobody knows the right way, or nobody knows exact, or nobody is full blown know-how of everything the way it's going to go. They can't tell you fully how your life is going to go, because they don't know. Anything that they tell you will be a projection of their experience of reality. And that's the same thing. That's the and like in the knowledge that they've acquired over time. But that's the same thing that you can give. All I can give to you is a projection of what I've experienced, and the knowledge I've acquired over time. That's all that I can give you. So keep that in mind. So when you feel like people are being, it's very dense topics on you, at the same time, it don't matter, because it's just a projection of their mind. It's not the end all be all. It's not absolute. It's not the truth. It's not the end of the story. No, they don't know. If they're telling you you can't make it to the NBA, they don't know. They're telling you you can't complete your book, you can't write your book, they don't know. You can't drop your album, nobody knows. Not gonna lie to you, nobody knows. But and also, your brain holds back, because it'll never let you fully crash. You'll never fully crash. So whenever you feel like you're at your limit and you can't go anymore, just know you have at least 10% more. Your brain will never fully, it'll hold back, because it doesn't want you to, obviously your brain don't want you to unalive. So it'll make you feel that way before it even gets close to that point, and it'll give you signals and triggers. But just know, even when you get to that point, you have a little bit more, you can surpass your limit even there. But just I don't know. Let's take some time to remember mental health is important. That's the whole video, mental health. And I just try to give you some guidelines, some tips, just take care of your brain. It will take care of you. But just all like at the same time, you are not that narrator. You are the observer. Like, use this. Think about this as the train. You have the conductor, the engine. Like I would say, the brain is the engine, your body is the train, and you are the conductor. But don't just get confused about like the narrator, or the thoughts that are coming, or the voice. Like, don't get confused and think that you are the totality of your thoughts. That's not you. But at the same time, and like the observer, because that's what's gonna get you to act, or willpower. That's what's gonna, like, influence the will to act. But at the same time, everything that you have seen in the entirety of your life has came from someone's mind. It came from their thoughts. That's why the topic of the video is mental health is important, because everything that you've seen in this realm, everything, this came from somebody's mind. 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 Somebody created this. Somebody created this with their mind. Somebody created this with their mind. Like, this came from somebody's mind. Somebody's mind. For like, just remember, like, mental health is important, and also like purpose. Like, once you like take care of your mind, you'll start to find it. You'll start to like, it'll guide you towards a purpose once you take care of your mind, because you'll start to rewire your perspective, and you'll see what your brain is attracted to and the things that your brain, like, that's why it's like, not when people tell you to meditate, it's not about clearing your mind and making sure nothing comes through there ever again. That's not necessarily what it's about. It's about watching the thoughts that come. Sometimes you do need to clear out those tabs in your brain. Like, sometimes our brain is a computer, and it's just with all these open tabs, and you never X them out. So it's like they're all running at once, and you might be hearing a video playing from 10 tabs ago, and you don't even remember. And you're like, what the fuck is that going on? That video's still playing. Close that tab, twin. But also, like, how I feel like my brain works. My brain is like a highway. So my brain is a highway with a main central thought. And then once I'm having this thought, words as I'm having the thought will trigger me. So I'll get off on the exit while I'm still having the main highway central thought. I'll start to have side individual thoughts. And then there'll be like many thoughts, but I'll still have the main highway central thought. But like, I'm getting off on the exit once these words trigger me, and they'll start to trigger other thoughts. But my brain is still running with a central thought, but they're all running at once. Once I'm triggered by a word, but I just felt like that was important for me to get on here about and talk about. Mental health is important. Value your mind. Take care of your mind. That shit is so important. It's so important. Everything that you see, your favorite artist, your favorite everything, is because of their mind. It's because of how they think. It's because of how they're using their brain. It's because of how they value their mind. You need to value your brain. I don't care nothing. Every decision you make comes from your mind. Every move. When you don't even understand that your mind is telling you to breathe every day, and you don't have to tell yourself to do that no more. Take care of that little motherfucker. Take care of that little twin. So thank you for being here, 20th and Ferb, and I appreciate you, and I love you. And good night. Keep it tight. Have the best day ever tomorrow, outright, because if anybody deserves it, you deserve it. Good night and Godspeed. And until next time, take care of that brain, you beautiful person. I love you and appreciate you, twin. Thank you for being here. Sorry.